The Champion of Champions tournament sees 16 of the world's best players competing against each other. The 16 are placed into 4 groups of 4. Each group plays down to a winner. 3 groups have been completed, 9 players are out, and 3 are through to the semi-finals. Judd Trump was the latest player to book his place in the semi-finals, overcoming a late fight back from Tepchaya Unu, eventually winning 6-3. Confirmation of the results so far, Neil Robertson booked his semi-final place after wins over Martin Gould and Sean Murphy. Mark Allen came through after beating Matt Selt and then facing Mark Selby in the playoff. Judd Trump looked comfortable in his win over Maguire, completing it in 4 straight frames, which he followed by beating Unu. The only outstanding issue concerns Group 1, starting with the mouth-watering clash between 2 of the game's greats, Ronnie O'Sullivan and Jimmy White. While John Higgins and Stuart Bingham will play in the other Group 1 match. But for the moment, it's all about O'Sullivan and White. These two cover some of the greatest moments in the sport. 43-year-old O'Sullivan has an incredible 36 titles to his name and a world ranking of 3. White, a veteran of the game, turned pro 12 years before O'Sullivan and qualified for this tournament via the Seniors World Championship. The opening frame saw White rack up breaks of 56 and 27 to open the scoring. In the second, it was almost a rerun of the first, O'Sullivan barely featuring, White adding another frame to his total.
47.
We pick up the action in the third frame. White ahead, but O'Sullivan at the table. Commentary from Clive Everton and Neil Folds.
It's not happening, is it? Not yet.
Certainly wasn't easy, particularly as O'Sullivan has been so comprehensively frozen out.
I think he tried to hit the 3 reds there, and he's ended up hitting them, I think.
Once.
Clipped off the top one. Not as planned. Could do worse than just nail that blue to a side cushion here. 30-point lead becomes even bigger if you've got high-value colours on cushions.
Blue ball.
It's the only shot.
Jimmy White 1.
2-0 and 30 in front. O'Sullivan too thick on the safety.
Yeah, I mean, he could easily get the Kiwi in behind the green here, but because he wants to win the frame at this visit, check to see if the black is available to the right corner.
One.
No.
Jimmy White 1.
That's the first ball he's missed that he would have expected to pot.
Yeah, I think divided concentration there, thinking also about the cannon on the red, getting that right.
One.
And here O'Sullivan develops the 3 reds.
He spread them all over the table.
8.
All of them are very potable now. Well, that
9.
shot that Jimmy White just missed is at the moment where the match turns.
$16. 17.
Don't know that he'll try and get the blue out here. In playing on that red, it's an option. He will need it. Played a controlled shot instead.
24.
Oh, it's a beautiful shot. That really is class.
Cannon the green to bring it out, knowing that he was going to have a shot at either brown or yellow.
That one really did wobble.
27.
Probably thinking that leaving the brown where it is. Thinking of a situation where it gets on the brown to get the blue into play there, right there and then.
29.
And that's what he's thinking now. As long as he's straight enough on this green so he's not too far away from the brown.
.32.
Key pot, key cannon coming up.
Well, it's so easy to do that. He's just pushed it beyond the middle pocket. A little unlucky there, Sullivan, I think. Oh, he's trying to angle him, is he? Wow, what a shot that is.
Ronnie Sullivan, 36.
You needed a sublime touch to do that.
That was very clever, wasn't it?
Good hit, but the blue is on. Pink is needed in addition.
That cue ball very nearly went on the floor there. What a shot. What a shot. Still got to pop this though, it's not easy. Frame ball. This match is really livening up. What a chance.
Ronnie Sullivan, 5.
Got second prize. Very dramatic conclusion to frame 3. Ronnie has looked at the potting angle already here. Very difficult cut if he does play it. If you're going to miss them, overcut them.
Sullivan needs only one of the remaining colours. White needs both. There's a big difference between 2-1 and 3-0.
Well, I feel that Jimmy Y has no option to go for this. I think it'll come around the back of the black, and he should be on it. I think it's a chance he can't really refuse, can he?
but played it in such a way that he was always giving himself a chance of snookering O'Sullivan by means of the black. Well,
Foul and a miss. Jimmy White 6.
well, nobody expected that. He was trying to hit it in a certain way to put distance between cue ball and pink.
I think he
6.
felt that he must kiss into the black ball there.
Yes, if he had just clipped it, it would surely have been potable.
Jimmy White 6.
Oh, this could be a natural double here to the right middle.
So near.
Things are just not quite happening for O'Sullivan in the way they usually do. Even that you felt, well, it's probably going to drop in, but just cannot quite get the shots right today. Important shots are not happening for him.
Quietly now, please.
Very dramatic in here. Incredibly tense.
Is it going to finish safe? This is a chance for 3-0. Jimmy White goes 3 up with 4 to play on Ronnie O'Sullivan. Is the surprise of the season on the cards.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions. It's the opening fixture in Group 1, O'Sullivan against White.
3.
White took the opening 3 frames and is just 1 away from a shock win. But it's O'Sullivan at the table. Commentary from Clive Everton
4.
and Neil Faulds.
Now, is there some kind of a backlash here? I think Jimmy White will be expecting something. O'Sullivan, maybe the frustrations early in the match will have gone now. Maybe he'll loosen his shoulders and start knocking balls in.
11. 12.
But for now, let's see what he can do.
$19. 20.
'That doesn't look as if it's the kindest run of the ball.
27.
Or does this go to middle?
Yeah, I think it does go.
28.
Yeah, the reds are okay, as you say. Cue ball just went off to the left side.
$34. 35.
Oh, that's not a good shot by O'Sullivan's very high standard. He's on the pink, but he would have been straighter on it, I think. Cannon didn't work out perfectly. recovered it okay.
41. $42.
What he can do is win frames very quickly.
I'm sure Sullivan would have thought that if he went into the pack of reds,
49.
he would still be on the red that was already loose. The one right of picture.
But doesn't that shot sum up the way the afternoon has gone for him?
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 49.
Great safety to conclude though.
Yeah, he's still competing very fiercely in this match. It's very hard to hit a red and leave things safe here.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4. Yeah.
I think he's trying to hit the underside of that right-hand red. Round of 2 cushions. Try and leave the cue ball along the black cushion somewhere. It's a very difficult shot to play. He nearly did it. I think Ronnie will probably stay in his chair.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4. Okay, Ronnie.
Made the escape but hit the red on the side that he didn't want to.
One.
So Sullivan should pinch the frame at this opportunity.
Eight. Nine.
As he's got older, O'Sullivan has become more and more stubborn about losing. A few years ago, if things weren't going his way, and he had all sorts of problems, he did let 1 or 2
16.
matches go. But
17.
not now. In the English Open, he won his first 2 matches 4-3 from 3-1 down. And he was also behind for most of the
24.
Shanghai Masters final. 7-6 down to Sean Murphy and beat him
25.
10-7.
$30. 31. $38. 39.
Jimmy White hasn't had the breath of a chance in this frame, so He's got nothing to look back on with regret.
Now,
45.
if he's going to win the match, when the chance comes, he's going to be very positive about it.
46.
Seems like it's taken an age for O'Sullivan to get into any kind of stride. But you feel that he's there now.
49. $50. $54. 56. 59. 63. 68. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 74 on the frame.
Will O'Sullivan has arrived, and it breaks a 49 and 74. He reduces his 3-0 deficit to 3-1. Jimmy White is still 2 up with 3 to play, though.
Welcome back to Coventry and the Champion of Champions tournament. This is the opening game in Group 1, O'Sullivan against White. It's White who has dominated the early part of this game, winning the first 3 frames. O'Sullivan took the 4th, but there's still no escaping the fact that White needs just 1 frame for the win, and he's at the table. Commentary from Clive Everton and Neil Follis.
The red took an age to get to the pocket.
$17.
Played this virtually pocket weight. O'Sullivan might well have been snookered on that red by the yellow if it hadn't dropped.
Well, the red might not go, but the black
18.
clearly does. That's a very good shot. Well, they couldn't both not go to that left corner. He's got the legs to get up beyond the pink. Nope.
$25. Jimmy White, 25.
A lead of 25 is by no means decisive, but it might be useful.
And it was an attacking safety shot. Jimmy looking at a number of options, but really looks as if he's going to have to play this left-hand red. worse. A lot of balls moved there. Could have been worse.
Yes, a lot of shouts to come on Ronnie, but he's got hardly anything to go at.
No, but he seems obliged to want to go for something here. This is an awkward little opener. Red to the middle, cue ball travelling a bit. He's up there with all the greatest players that's ever played the game. Wonder if he could have just sent that cue ball in behind the pink there. Waited one more. He just felt obliged to do something. Again, it could have been worse though.
One.
Good pot, particularly in such circumstances. The colour was always waiting.
Yeah, can he get away from hitting the yellow here? That's the thing. If he hits it full on, the cue ball's not going to move very far. And he has avoided it. This is a very big moment. Still not quite in position.
7.
Excellent shot, well controlled cannon.
Well, he's got a lot of cue power, always has had. Here's his chance to use it. That's all right. Now, this would be a major shock. Jimmy White could beat Ronnie O'Sullivan in a big tournament like this.
Not having won a match on the main tour all season. Oh, what a time to have a kick.
Jimmy White,
unbelievable.
13.
Unbelievable. It definitely kicked. It made a horrid sound.
One.
Well, is White going to get another match clinching chance? Cruel to be robbed of it like that.
Five. Six.
Well, you can get back into the frame, but it's going to be tough to win the frame here. Needs a cue ball to stop.
13.
Just the red up by the yellow is going to be awkward. The red on the right side cushion.
14.
Clearance not really on at this stage.
$21. 22. $29.
He's got a wonderful snooker
30.
brain. He's eyed up that red on the left, up by the yellow a couple of times. At some point, he's got to work out exactly how he's going to pot it.
$37. $38.
It's going to be the right-hand red first. Keeble heading up towards it naturally. Not really worked out very well.
Didn't cut it
45.
quite as he wanted. What a shot.
46.
Well, the stunning pot. Oh, goodness, is he really playing this shot? Pink towards the red. Well, surely that's one shot too many, even for the great Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 46.
Well, it was like he was offering himself a special challenge. Anyway, he's not left anything.
Well, that's not a good shot from Jimmy. Totally mistimed that. Very tense. You can really feel it. Most nerve-wracking match I've seen, actually. I think the spectators feel the same.
$5.
Can one of the great players of the past beat a great player of the present?
7.
If that is to be the
10.
case, it's going to depend, it would appear, on the deciding 7th frame. Jimmy White was 3-0 up, and he was 38-0 in this frame, but he was cruelly
19.
robbed of what could have been a winning break by an untimely kick.
25.
And Sullivan has duly leveled the match.
Sullivan, 42 on the frame.
It's all on the 7th frame decider.
Welcome back to the opening game in Group 1 of the Champion of Champions. It's O'Sullivan against White. White raced into a 3-0 lead. O'Sullivan has pegged the veteran back. This is now the decider in this race to 4. No score yet. Commentary from Clive Everton and Neil Folds.
Well, he got very close to this, so much so the red's not moved away from the pocket.
One.
Oh dear. But
Jimmy
he's
White
lucky
won.
not to have split the pack asunder and left O'Sullivan an easy starter and several easy ones after that.
Yeah, and the problem is, Clive, where the yellow is finished, it's the natural path back to baulk for safety off the left side of a red. It's now in Jimmy's way. Now he might be playing it quarter ball to play inside the line of the yellow. Goodness me, that was tight. The cue ball really swerved away from the red, as we saw from that low angle. He gets a tap there, but from Sullivan, but I think Jimmy didn't play it quite like that. Well, that was as planned. That was a good shot. Well, he's not getting the long tops, but it's not stopping him to go for them. You know, he's not adapting his game in any way. And they're just not going in.
And of course, if you miss a pot at speed, there's no knowing where the red is going to go. And that time it split the bunch.
With his safety game, he really didn't have to play that. Well, he's on a red. I don't think the one that he wanted. Again, the tension really is evident in both players.
Not to mention this full house. They're absolutely fascinated by it.
That's why we love the game. Moments like this, matches like this. The standard could have been better, but the drama has been right up there. That's such a good shot. He had hardly any angle there. Did very well to whip that cue ball up the table.
So this is a pretty good chance.
13.
Wow. He didn't play the cue ball where it's finished.
$21. $22.
Well, if you look at the pink to the middle, he's got better cueing on the pink. Yellow's not really in the way as it is on the black. goes on the highest available, the green spot.
28.
But the black is now clearing away, available to both corner pockets. Oh, dearie me.
Dear,
The cue's gone on the floor.
dear.
Jimmy White, 28.
Just when he was closing in on a great victory, an easy ball eludes him.
Shouldn't really do that. It's not doing any good to that cue, and he knows it. The frustration he's feeling.
One.
Oh dear. If he loses, he's going to find it difficult to get that shot out of his mind.
8. Nine. Sixteen.
Well, he's always been under pressure in this match, Sullivan, only because he went 3-0 down, but he must now be feeling that all of a sudden he can go on and win
17.
it. I don't think he's ever felt confident, but he must be able to see a winning line now.
Sullivan's only potted 3 long balls out of 16, but his break building in close has still been formidable.
23.
Although he's not scored as heavily as he usually does.
$30. 31.
So he's now struck the front, which will give him a boost,
38.
I should think. He can go on and do significant damage here. He can win the match with the 4 reds in the middle of the table, never mind the one below the black.
$39. $46. 47.
It looks as if White is going to end up the loser for this gripping contest.
52. 53.
Again, not interested in the bottom red here. That was well struck, very well struck.
60.
Red and black leaves White needing a snooker.
61.
Not too sure how Ronnie Sullivan, if he does win, has managed to do so, because he's not played very well. He's not potted a long ball. It looks as if somehow he's going to fall
68.
over the line here.
69.
When he's got in close, he could still do it.
$76.
Jimmy White led 3-0. At 3-2, he led 38-0, was robbed by a
Ronnie
kick.
Sullivan, 76, frame
And he was also robbed in this frame, although it was by his own hand. He missed a simple red on 29-0, and Ronnie O'Sullivan settled the issue with a break of 76 from that. So a great afternoon's entertainment. Ronnie O'Sullivan comes from 3-0 down to beat Jimmy White by 4 frames to 3.
Ronnie O'Sullivan moves on in this Champion of Champions tournament. Find out who he'll face in the quarter-final next time.